Took you long enough, Taggart. No luck, huh?
I told Tom Bailey you'd even buy his mine, Mr. Decker, if that's the only way you could get its equipment, but he won't sell either.
You mean he thinks he won't? That sign discourages me. Let's wait at prices.
Hey, look. There's Bailey and Lou McKenzie now.
Looks like I'm going to have company.
McKenzie's on his way to Vancouver. He's making the trip for Bailey.
Probably going after money. I'll find out before we get to Whitehorse. The best you have. This your best?
You can't get better, south of Dawson or north of Nome. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Here's to you, Taggart. Getting what I want.
I know that when I started your copper mine here, sir, you figured on getting Bailey's equipment cheap as part of the deal, but he means what he says.
I don't care what he says. I want his milling machinery at any price. The cost of shipping heavy machinery like that is prohibitive.
We could let him do the milling of our copper for us at the usual percentage.
And be at Bailey's mercy? Oh, no. Ownership of that mill is the difference between profit and loss for the Decker copper mine.
I see. No mill, no job for me running the mine, is that it?
I don't start anything I can't control. That's why I make money and Bailey goes broke.
Bailey should have made sure he had a big vein before getting all set to mine one.
That's his mistake. And it's up to you to take advantage of it for me.
This bag has Decker's name on it. I'll have him pestering me all the way out.
He knows I've been prospecting these parts ever since the vein in the mine worked out. But don't say anything about that ore you have on you.
Don't worry, you ain't even told me where you found it.
Well, if there's as much gold in that vein as I think, you'll know quick enough.
I hope that Vancouver expert tells me it's better than that. But what about the mine? Decker will be asking.
You better be consistent. Tell him I won't sell.
As I told you before, Mr. Decker, I'll do the best I can.
Bartender,
Yes, sir.
will I get any change? I don't pay anyone for jumping to conclusions.
I was thinking about Tom Bailey when I turned up that ace of spades.
Decker doesn't go in for murder, Taggart neither.
But if Taggart were like Bull Andrews...
You get all sorts in a river stop like Canaska.
I'm still thinking about Tom Bailey.
Well, so this is the reason you're hanging on to your mill machinery. You know, I had a hunch all the time you were only pretending to look for gold on the outside and you were really operating this mine here. So I watched you and followed you.
None of your business what I got or what I do on my own property.
No wonder you wouldn't sell to Decker. You've uncovered a big new vein. That's why Mackenzie went to Vancouver. And a big pocket of free gold. You've made one of the greatest strikes I've ever seen.
I wouldn't say anything about this if I were you. If you start a strike, you better locate some gold for yourself first.
No, I will. I won't say anything about it. Why should you want to keep it a secret? It's your mine.
The Lord don't know where that ore he got came from, and I didn't want to say anything until I was sure.
Nobody knows about this but us, huh?
Nobody. I just found the pocket and go to thinking I didn't trust him if I didn't tell him first.
What a secret. $500,000 at least in that pocket. A few weeks digging ought to clean it out.
Well, you're an expert. You should know. What about the vein?
I'm not interested. You'd have to own the mine to work it.
What are you driving at? Decker plays rough, but he ain't no crook.
That's just exactly what Decker likes people to think about him. All this trouble just because I didn't search Bailey's body before I pushed it off the cliff.
Yeah, Blackie wouldn't have found no gold, and then there wouldn't have been no strike.
No crowd of sourdoughs. I could have cleaned that pocket out by this time without any risk of being seen.
Well, it didn't happen that way. So all you can do is the next best thing.
I know, but sealing Bailey's tunnel so it looks like a cave-in. Well, we'll get the gold all right, but this is sure going to be digging it out the hard way.
It's one thing you learn from Decker. If you can't do it one way, do it another.
So he's decided to come and see us.
Yes, sir. It's about time, don't you think?
Show him in.
Certainly, sir. This way, sir.
Thank you. I haven't seen you for some time, Mr. Decker, but frankly, I've been expecting you. I've been East Superintendent and just returned. Here I am. The situation in Canaska has me worried. It should. Sit down, do. Thank you. Thank you, Ledoux. And no interruptions, if you please.
Very well, sir.
I want to hear what you know. Well, Tom Bailey refused to sell me his worked-out mine. I wanted the machinery. Then the day after I left Canaska, he was found murdered, and the nuggets on him started a new strike. Those are the facts. Here are the motives. Bailey was murdered either because he refused to sell out to you or to keep him from telling where he found pay dirt. Yes, that's why I'm here. My man in Canaska... Taggart? Yes. I received a report from him. Someone in Canaska is accusing me of the murder. For the moment, let's say you can prove your innocence. What about Taggart? Decent enough fellow. Do you know Lord Mackenzie? Yes. Came down on the boat with me. Was going to Vancouver for Tom Bailey. Wouldn't tell me why, though. I see. Is that all you know? Yes, unfortunately. I was hoping you'd have something more specific for Corporal Wayne. He's en route now to Canaska. The best man possible for this case.
Sergeant Nelson. We've been expecting you, Corporal Wayne, but not so soon.
Well, frankly, I got here 2 days faster than I figured myself.
Meet Constable Moselle. He'll be working with you.
In Canaska, they call me Frenchy. I am a French-Canadian.
You should have let me guess. Any developments in the Bailey murder case since I left Superintendent McDonald?
This Wayne, he's one fast man. He arrives 2 days sooner, and already he's working.
The sooner the better. Sit down.
Hello, Blackie. You lost. You bet the Mounties wouldn't have a man here on the Bailey case before Sunday. Well, he just rode in.
You always did want this ring. That's what I get, betting against the Mounties.
If a bet on the Mounties is all we lose, that won't hurt. But they're moving fast. We better do the same thing.
Suits me.
And so we haven't any lead to Bailey's murderer. But we do have his pay dirt.
Blackie LaRocque. He found Bailey and the nuggets. To everyone, he tells about Bailey. And the nuggets, he starts to spend them.
That's what caused the strike, and we took the nuggets away from him.
For the daughter of this Bailey, we keep them.
A daughter, huh? Is she here?
Oh, no. The young lady, she arrives soon with Lord Mackenzie.
One nice thing about raw gold, you can always trace it to its source.
Yes, the raw gold, she's different in every mine. So, if you compare the gold that you have with the gold from the mine, always you can tell from which mine it comes from.
Somebody got to this safe since I closed it last night. The nuggets are gone.
Anybody who dare rob the service is certainly desperate. Anything else missing?
Not as far as I can see.
Whoever it was knew we could use those nuggets to trace where they came from. Find the mine and we've got the murderer. How about the man who gave them to you?
Blackie LaRocque couldn't possibly have anything to do with the murder.
Oh, Blackie LaRocque. He goes to Madame La Misterioso, the woman with the second sight, to have her tell him where Bailey found the nuggets. But all he finds is big rocks and little gold.
Isn't she the fortune teller who's been spreading the rumor that Decker engineered Bailey's murder?
Yes, but I don't think there's any connection. Just a coincidence.
Any lead is better than none. I'm going to have this Madame Misterioso read my fortune.
just been robbed. You may arrest him at leisure. I know him.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. It's impossible for me to be mistaken. I have tuned myself to his vibrations.
Well, we can't convict anybody on that sort of evidence. I'd better
Wait.
go...
I forgot. Northwest Mounted doesn't believe in mind reading. Sit down.
Madame Mysterioso sure can't read her own mind. She wasn't expecting me.
Bailey's gold nuggets. Nobody's going to use these to identify gold from Bailey's claim now. Unless you've slipped up. Are you sure these are the only 2 nuggets you didn't turn over to the Mounties?
You'd better be. I've taken enough chances getting them back. That safe last night, Madame Mysterioso's just now.
I told you before, them are the only 2 I had.
All right, Blackie. That's yours. There's more where that came from if you keep your mouth shut. I want you to do me a favor, will you?
Sure. What do you want?
Put this box in a shipment of copper ore samples I'm sending to Decker. You'll find the box of ore on the boat, all ready at the landing. Now get a move on.
So, the Rock paid me 2 nuggets for telling him where I thought Bailey had found the gold. It wasn't one of my better predictions.
That was the first time you saw the ring?
Yes, the other time was just before you entered. It seems Blackie felt that he hadn't gotten his money's worth and came back and took a refund with interest.
I think I know another reason why Blackie wanted your savings. I'll postpone my reading until a later time, if you don't mind.
You bring me back my money and I'll tell you your fortune for nothing.
That's a bargain.
Since Madame Mysterioso, she was robbed, you have not been around for 1 whole day. And now you have some money. You much better come with us.
You ain't got nothing on me, Frenchie.
You have a snake ring, Blackie. Madame Mysterioso saw you wearing it twice. Why aren't you wearing it now?
I only been to that fake fortune teller once, so she didn't see it on me twice. Anyway, I lost it last week.
You'll have a chance to prove what you say. Come along.
Sure, I'll come with you.
What is it, Blackie?
Double cross. Bailey's gold. Ore shipment. Boat. Downriver. Yesterday. The man who shoots, he's gone. But he lose this on deck.
Don't touch it. Let it ring. You let me do the thinking. Get this ore box open.
What's the hurry? Nobody's coming.
This place is gonna burn down. Everybody will think the watchman was toasted. Nobody will know we got the nuggets.
Corporal Wayne, the Northwest Mounted from Canaska to see you.
Oh, well, show him in, please.
Mr. Decker will see you, Corporal.
Excuse me just a moment, Corporal.
No, they're not.
Wait!
Hello, Dad.
What are you doing here and in that uniform?
Investigating the Bailey murder case in Canaska.
But I thought Corporal Wayne was... Oh, you're the man McDonald called Corporal Wayne. Are you ashamed of the name of Decker?
Of course not, Dad. You see,
I do not see, and I'm not interested in your explanation.
You should be.
The last talk I had with you was quite a while ago, still stands. Do you remember it?
Wasn't it something to the effect that I was on my own unless I continued working for the Decker Company?
That's right, you're on your own until you come to your senses.
You obviously haven't, so there's nothing more to be said.
I'm afraid there is, Dad. You see, the objection I raised at that time over your ruthless business methods has cropped up again in this case.
What is any more ruthless than setting a son against his own father?
Still up to your old trick of trying to put your opponent on the defensive, aren't you, Dad?
I ask you a question.
Hardly a fair one.
Under the circumstances, I consider it very fair. You've been assigned to prove that I committed a murder.
No, I haven't, Dad. I'm trying to solve a murder. Now, you've had dealings with Bailey, and just between the two of us, I've traced some of the gold nuggets found on his body to an ore shipment sent by boat to you.
You what?
The captain of the riverboat said one of your drays picked up the shipment.
Have you been to the smelter?
I understand you've closed it.
Certainly for the season, but that's where you'll find the ore.
Thanks a lot, Dad.
I wonder why Blackie didn't mark one of these so we'd know which box the nuggets is in. Now we're getting someplace.
It's about time. I smell smoke.
Bunker don't do things by halves. He's waiting. Come on.